Keeping families intact exists to connect people who have needs, financial, personal, emotional, whatever, spiritual, with the right resources in their community. We're connected with the Y by virtue of the fact that several years ago, this program was, 5 years ago, was created. We wrote the curriculum, and the Y said, this really matches our mission, and they brought it in as a partner program.
It's a different approach, I think, as opposed to looking at it from just something is broken, let's fix it and do a quick fix. It tries to take the individuals who are in poverty and give them some tools and kind of equip them, make them aware of services, but more so just kind of let them see, I think, in certain ways, they're not alone in the situation. That there are people who care, but also that there's a desire to help them. Not just to say, well, here's a Band-Aid, but let's try and find a way to get you to a point where you're not going to be dependent on services anymore.
I think this is the most fantastic program I've ever seen. I've worked with poverty and with combating poverty for years and years. It's been a passion of mine, and this is the best program I've seen.
You can help by referring people, you can help by volunteering, you can help by having an awareness in your church.
It feeds me as well as helping other people. It feeds my soul. It gives me a purpose. And so I like to find opportunities to get involved. This is the community I live in and where I raise my children, and so I care about it.
I started getting involved by cooking a meal each evening. I thought it was very important that we fed their bellies before we fed their minds.
We really have made our focus on the chronic causes of poverty, not just the immediate crisis, and try to find out drive down and find out what's driving this. Is it generational? Are there patterns of employment that can be broken by education and be enhanced? Are there patterns of poor spending that can be enhanced by financial training? Or patterns of emotional and spiritual issues that can be addressed through spiritual or emotional or mental health counseling?
Time and again throughout the Gospels, throughout Scripture, God identifies himself with the poor and the most needy and vulnerable in our midst. And so there's always this little desire inside me to reach out to those folks. And just as I got involved with Dwayne and with KFI, more and more I just kept seeing that this was the best way, because again, it was right there on the ground with people. It was talking with them, figuring out what they need, how we can best help them out, as opposed to just, again, that one-size-fits-all type program.
I find it interesting in the areas I watch other congregations get involved. Oh, we're going to go do a mission trip to Honduras, or a mission trip here and a mission trip there, and leaving the country. It's like, well, actually right here in Gaston County, we've got lots of folk who need. It might just take that much for somebody to get past the point where they are and to break free of this chain of poverty.
If we've done nothing and gotten everything, sure seems to make sense that it's our call to help give everything to people in need.
Breaking the cycle of poverty in our county would change everything, because it would change the future.